covered for the inconvenience.
I wish just once we could keep it together.
I heard it's gonna snow later. Do you see the snow? It's supposed to snow.
I would think it would be different with a normal family. Nothing's ever simple.
Oh, hello. Fine day today, isn't it?
Do this, do that. All right, 10 secs to take a breather.
The neon lights, forbidden delights, come have it all, right here in Atlantic City.
Hey, you got a great voice, lady. Wish I could stay awake to hear it.
Excuse me? Just who do you think you're speaking to?
Oh, shut it, Connie. You're always starting crap.
I got the right to say what I mean. Your fancy jazz is putting me to sleep.
Really? Now I don't know what indignities you and this country thrift store are forced to survive out here.
Hey, I scavenged these threads from Charleston landfill, fair and square.
You're living in a bubble, lady. The wasteland ain't no place for some schnazzy pre-war nightclub.
Get out of my club! Get out! Out!
Whoa, jeez Louise. You don't have to tell me twice.
By the way, your singing sucks anyway.
The nerve!
Well, that was embarrassing. Welcome to the Rose Room. Anything to drink? I apologize on behalf of my mother. We'll have enough trouble getting people in here without her immediately scaring them away. To be honest, this is more turnout than I expected. Which is welcome, of course. I mean, I just hope the rest of them are friendly. Anything to drink? That would be a beer, because stock was on me, just behind the other 100 things on my to-do list that nobody else is doing. Sorry, it's not your job to hear me complain. It's your job to relax, have a drink, and enjoy the music. So, what can I help you with? Yeah, I really could. My mom thought we weren't going to have any trouble tonight, but the crowd I've seen so far, I have my doubts. Big ones. If you feel inclined, could you keep an eye out? Maybe, if it's necessary, handle a fight? But keep a low profile about it so Mom doesn't freak out. I'd really appreciate it. Right, of course not. I wouldn't expect you to. Head's just all over the place lately. This is what I can spare. Go ahead and join the audience. If nothing happens, then, you can enjoy the show just like everyone else. I hope that's the case, but, you know, better safe than sorry. And thank you, I do really appreciate the help. What's your pleasure? If we're lucky, then I'm just being paranoid. I hope that's the case.
Mind your business, pal.
Do this, do that.
You looking at something? Mind your business, pal.
All right, 10 secs to take a breather.
You looking at something?
You'll stick around for the next set, won't you? Oh, gee. Starting to get nervous.
Can I do something for you?
How would things be different with a normal face?
Hello, folks. Rowdy-looking bunch out there. Well, as I say, there's no better cure for a long day than some snazzy tunes. Sit back and enjoy.
I can't listen to this baloney no more. Let's light this place up.
God damn it! Everyone duck! You see me give the goddamn signal?
I smell a rat.
What was that?
How hard is it to follow simple instructions?
Enzo, why is my audience...
Why don't you ask this guy before he croaks?
I mean, really? What does on my signal mean to you?
Use my time
Does
wisely.
it mean whatever the hell you want?
Welcome to the Rose Room. You need something too?
I mean, really? What does on my signal mean to you?
What's your pleasure?
Does it mean whenever the hell you want? Didn't turn out well for them. What about me, huh? Condemned to death by the stupidity of others. It was simple. Wait for all the Russos to be in the room together. Shoot on my signal. Couldn't follow either one. Almost makes me happy to be put out of my freaking misery. Wouldn't you like to know?
Whoever it was, they're wasting their time.
Hey, I told them the same thing, lady. Starting to think they wanted to get rid of me, too.
Vincenzo!
What? Really? You of all people are gonna point your finger at me?
Guess every one of you nutsos has a reason to be afraid of payback from Atlantic City. Sleep tight, Russos. I may not be the last to come for you.
Just nonsense is all it is. We can't let them scare us.
We don't know who they are to begin with.
Don't act like you're above all this. For all we know, someone at City Hall has it out for you.
I can't even begin to tell you how little you know about me and City... Shit, Abby, are you okay?
They're gonna come for me. I'm so cold. Get away from me. They know. I thought I covered my tracks. They're gonna come back. They're gonna... She's got the shakes. Could be she's danced with the devil. You're my own mom. Don't talk to me like...
Crap, I think you're right.
Those who fancy themselves part of the Atlantic City high life have access to a special intoxicant. They drink the devil's blood. I should have paid more attention. Must be the stress of the move got to
You
her.
say that now? All of this was your idea. We're so busy dealing with your problems, there's no room for anyone else.
Is that really how you
Yes,
feel,
it is
Vincenzo?
100% absolutely how I feel.
After everything I've done for us, everything I've sacrificed. Unbelievable.
Crap. I think I went too far. Sorry about all this. I was right to expect trouble, just not this much of it.
Get away.
I really appreciate that. Just, please go talk to my mother for me. It was a bad time to set her off. Right now, we just need to figure out how to help Abby.
Must have left something. Where did I screw up?
Yeah, you're right. Now we're on to a different type of conflict resolution. Take this. That's the most I can give you. Be gentle. Mom's ego will require soothing if she's going to cooperate.
They're gonna come for me.
Me? It's, possible, but I wouldn't be the first in line for elimination. Anyway, that's not important right now. Those people are dead, and Abby's alive. But that could change if we don't get her treated. Yeah, tell me about it. Mom's obsessed with herself, and Dad can hardly remember what he did 2 minutes ago. With the two of them so preoccupied, it's no wonder Abby keeps getting herself into trouble. That leaves me to jerry-rig everything together with twine and duct tape.
Must have left something. Where did I screw up?
That regardless of any issues between me and her, she needs to come down and be there for her daughter. Tell her I'm sorry, and Abby needs her right now. She needs all of us. I can't do this on my own. Thank you.
Where are you?
I know you'll have better luck than I would.
What was that? What was that?
Opening night is a failure. I offer drinks, games, music, more excitement and luxury than this dreary mountain range has ever seen, and what do I get? An audience full of hitmen, a strung-out daughter, and an unappreciative son! Just ridiculous! Nothing makes sense anymore!
It's so cold.
Welcome to my life. Nothing has gone right since the bombs, and that's a damn long time to make the show go on. Need me? The last time they needed me was when they were in diapers. Those unruly children learned the gift of language and have used it to complain ever since.
Must have left something.
Of course he
Where did I
does.
screw up?
And I'd like one thing in the last 20 years of my life to count as a success. Is that so much to ask for? Ah, fine. I'll come downstairs and help. The extra moment of peace isn't worth delaying the inevitable. But it's not like I'll be able to do anything anyway.
Come for me.
You think I'm not concerned? Let me ask you something. What do you do to de-stress? Read a comic? Listen to the radio? It's the apocalypse. Maybe you go out and blow some heads off. Whatever it is, it's a distraction. A tool to stay sane under pressure.
What was that?
So don't you dare judge me for keeping my head above water. Much better to complain than to have an emotional breakdown. Oh, and just what are you implying? You don't know anything about me. I did what was necessary to survive in a cutthroat industry full of insane people. If they'd come after me for that, let them. Once a paradise, now a madhouse. Everyone lost their sanity after the bombs. The showmen are the worst of all. Avoid them at all costs. They're masochists who get off on risking their own lives in front of others. Once upon a time, people could appreciate simple talent. Now, everyone's so depressed about the end of the world that the only way they can feel something is by pumping their adrenaline up to 11. The showmen make a living by capitalizing on that desire. Do me one favor first. Go upstairs and let my husband Antonio know what's happening. He may not understand, but he should at least be told.
Have you? Well, pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the Russo's Haven. How do you like the festivities? Blood of the devil? No, that doesn't sound like something anybody should be drinking. Me? Oh, I'm right as rain. Oh, how are you doing this fine evening? Enjoying the festivities?
So cold.
Hitman? What hitman? Have you been watching too much television? My daughter. Oh. Oh, you know, I still remember catching little Abby with a pack of candy pilfered from the convenience store.
Cold.
So clever. Yeah. And so stubborn. I never thought that she would, were we talking about somebody? Going already? But you just said hello.
They're gonna come for me.
Had we met? Doesn't matter. We'll meet again.
You're back.
What was that?
Thanks for that. Look, I've done some thinking. Devil's blood is highly addictive, and withdrawal is dangerous. It could even be fatal. We're hundreds of miles away from anyone who knows what to do about this. Doctors here are only going to...
A doctor's not good enough anyway. We need the blood.
Correct. And the only way to get to Atlantic City in a timely fashion is a vertibird. Say, you don't happen to be on good terms with the refuge, do you?
Get away.
You're kidding. Then you're exactly the person we need right now. I need to ask you something crazy. Because you don't really know us, and really, from what you've seen so far, have no reason to trust us. But my sister is in trouble, so I'm going to ask. Could you fly to Atlantic City and bring back a dose of Devil's Blood?
Must have left
You make the
something.
second part of that sound like a
Did I
simple
screw up?
ask.
I did say it was crazy. But please, and I really mean it, it'd be a bad idea for any of us to go back there right now. If newcomers like us could even negotiate a flight in the first place.
What was that?
Remember the firefight earlier? Whoever sent those people still has it out for us.
Must have left something. Did I screw up?
For one of us, in any case.
Undetermined. We could fight about it all day. It's an exclusive chem, typically only accessible to high society and to the people that source it.
Get away.
The mob. You'll have to find one of them. See what you can negotiate. You're not joking, right? Oh, you can pull this off. Abby needs you too. Please, just let us know as soon as possible if anything goes wrong. I'll do whatever I can for her in the meantime.
Are these operating hours? You know what, it doesn't matter, just don't cause a
Did I screw up?
What is that glowing concoction people drink around here? Nukashine? I won't be caught dead serving that radioactive slop.
What was that?
any songwriters around here? I may be doomed to search my own feelings for inspiration. Horrid!
They're gonna come for me.
Split ends and no hope of a salon. I'm deteriorating.
I'm so cold.
No shopping for miles. Not even a convenience store. And the way these Appalachians decorate their vending machines? Just a travesty.
Must have left something. Where did I screw up?
The cathode ray tube is the retina to the mind's eye. Break out of your cocoon. Spread your wings. Embrace his gift. See through his eyes, and you will ascend. Gravity means nothing. Crusades mean everything.
There's no place like Atlantic City. I would know. I've seen it all.
Mr. Makeover, come back. Where'd you go? Oh gosh, I hope Orlando doesn't find out.
As long as I stay inside
I'm
this
going to
lovely
be in
refuge,
so much
I'm
trouble. I really messed this one up bad. Oh, hi. You haven't seen, Mr. Handy causing havoc around here, have you?
I'd love to be a senior scribe.
Fires? I don't smell smoke. Wait, you're messing with me, aren't you? Ha ha. That's not very nice. Mr. Makeover is running around the refuge, and I'm too afraid to find out if he's caused any damage.
Sometimes these days get so long, I forget why I came here in the first place.
Well, I never really had a choice. I grew up a captive in the pit. The fanatics had me doing repairs on their bots as long as I can remember. Over time, I started to enjoy it, though. Gave me something else to think about. And now that I'm here, I can actually experiment with robots.
It just wouldn't be right to waste it.
No, and I'd prefer they didn't. This is something I am doing secretly, and I'm really not ready to share my work until it's done.
That I'm not good enough. I just try to remember.
My grandma always said a bit of blush and a fresh haircut will get you out of the lowest of slumps. She was a wise lady. I really miss her. She passed away back in the pit. I want her wisdom to live on through Mr. Makeover.
These robots
If I chased after it, everyone would know it's my fault. I'm scared to find out if Mr. Makeover broke anything. You do that? Oh my gosh, thank you. It's Mr. Handy, so just look for a malfunctioning bot with lots of arms. Mr. Makeover took off around the corner. I am too scared to look and see how badly he's malfunctioned. Please find him and send him back here.
Step right up, my friend. I've got a special opportunity for you approved by management themselves. How would you like to go on a little vacation? We're talking about the greatest city on the East Coast. We are offering free travel to America's playground, Atlantic City, New Jersey. A haven of wonder, excitement, and opportunity. Fully governed and, I assure you, safe from the dangers of the outside world. In exchange for your all expenses paid vertebrate flight, all we ask is a little assistance paid back to the locals. Sounds like a deal, right? It varies from person to person. I don't have all the details, but I know the Lombardi family is looking for assistance with some business matters. If games are more your style, the showmen are always looking for fresh faces to star in their entertainment. I'm sure a bright person like you will find just the opportunity you're looking for. That's right. As long as the city leadership hears you're helping out, that's all they ask of you. They were mighty jazzed to hear word of an organization from abroad that's all about helping people. You can always use fresh faces in AC, and especially ones with initiative. That's what keeps our city alive. And now that's what I'm talking about. I let Orlando know you've agreed to help out, and I'm sure they'll get word back to the city leaders. And hey, you come right back and talk to me if you have any questions, all right? I'm your one-stop guide to the city.
There are far worse
Jeremiah Hopkins. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm at your service to tell you anything you'd like to know about Atlantic City.
Not that scribe training isn't hard too.
Oh, insightful you are. Yes, my travel was arranged by the Atlantic City Mayor's office. Now, there's no tourism board per se, but the groups managing the nightlife and entertainment of the city are always interested in bringing in new faces. They worked out an arrangement with the city, who decided my skills were best put to work out here in a fresh and safe environment. Well, I saw something that was against nature.
Oh, it's been so long.
It's the evidence of the
since I've
unholy.
tasted actual
Look,
flavor.
I can accept mutated wildlife. All those nukes weren't gonna fall without consequence. But this thing? It was too damn close to my nightmares. I can't handle the possibility of hell on earth and in my fair city of all places. Let's not talk about this anymore. I came here to clear my mind of all that nonsense. Get a fresh start. Now, if I were to stop being optimistic, I would have to think about all the stressful things that I may or may not be choosing not to think about. Better to focus on the good. Keep smiling. Ain't that right?
I'd like to think of them as
Yeah, I know. My father used to say that too. He was a courageous man. Did a lot for people. Then went out just the way he wanted to. In a blaze of glory. I know there are dangerous things out there, and other people may be well equipped to handle them. But I'm not. My energy is best spent making people smile. Helping them not to worry. That means put my blinders on a little. So be it. Let me enjoy this little pocket of this world that I still have left to me. It's still safe. Let the bold ones venture out, take on the world. That's what they're born to do. And I don't want any part of that. Beautiful place. Just a gorgeous view from up there on the rooftop. Never seen anything like it. Outside. Now, why would there be any need for that when I'm enjoying my snug and secure accommodations here? No, sirree. I'm fully satisfied staying inside, where there are no surprises.
Maybe I should try counting sheep instead of stamps.
You trying to scare me now? I've heard. You get breathed on by a bat, and suddenly big green crystals start growing out of your skin, right? I am perfectly good. Never seen one of those. Thank you very much. Wendigo. You mean the mythical flesh-eating kind, but bigger? Nah. I'm sure that's not possible. You're just coming up with stories to scare me. I'm used to that. Can't let good old fiction haunt my dreams after all. Now, why don't we talk about something else? Certainly. Well, by all means, ask away. Outside of civilians and visitors, such as yourself, there are three groups that keep on the lights and life of Atlantic City. The showmen are entertainers, hosting performances and games of all kinds, primarily from the boardwalk and pier. The Lombardi family, they manage the nightlife in the casino quarter. They're an intimate bunch, but don't be intimidated. They're as much a part of Atlantic City's charm as anyone else. And last, but definitely not least, our city government workers manage the day-to-day operations that make life easy for the rest of us.
Nothing like the feeling of a good job.
First off, you can take a relaxing stroll along the boardwalk. Enjoy street vendors and a delightful sea breeze. Larger attractions take place at Showman's Pier on the far end of the boardwalk. Underneath the pier, you can lose yourself in the architectural wonder of an aquarium built beneath the sea. When night falls, Casino Quarter has everything you need to make it an evening to remember. Nightclubs and casinos galore. And further inward, all the magic you don't see happens at the city center. That's where the mayor's office keeps the city running. Well, our city is run by the tough and virtuous Mayor Tim. Once a humble farmer, now a city leader. Around Casino Quarter, you hear the name Quintino Lombardi. He's known to be a bit hot-headed. He's been the head of the family for a long time. And finally, there's Mother Charlotte, the creative and daring founder of the Showman. These three work together to provide the city with everything it needs to thrive. Lights, entertainment, and a functioning economy.
Blue Ridge folks carry letters, too.
Just a little longer, Ellison.
Do you remember relaxing beach getaways? Exciting outside of the town? Amenities and entertainment to fill your safe and mundane life with inspiration and excitement? Even if you're not old enough to remember those blissful before days, Atlantic City is your chance to experience them for the first time. Our city is safe, luxurious, and beautiful. But don't believe me. See it for yourself.
I could really use a day off. But the shop won't run itself.
Well, now, of course, reality is always more complicated. But just like any place, it depends on where you stick your head. Stick it too deep, and well, you're not likely to appreciate what you find. But I much prefer the delightful breeze comfortably above the water.
One of the other initiates said I reek of desperation. I don't smell
Threats?
anything.
No, you're unlikely to encounter any of those. Unless the gorgeous wildlife of the Pine Barrens board in our city becomes unruly. But the mayor's office, that's not completely under control. Well, if that's the case then, the mutated flora, we call them the overgrown. For the most part, folks don't know they're a problem because the municipal workers have been fighting them back. But that's not all. There's something more sinister out there. I'd prefer not to talk about this anymore. Every city's got problems, right? And outside this little pest problem, there's so much love in AC. Oh, and we were just getting to the good part. We are offering free travel to America's playground. Atlantic City, New Jersey. A haven of wonder, excitement, and opportunity. Fully governed and, I assure you, safe from the dangers of the outside world. In exchange for your all expenses paid Red flight, all we ask is a little assistance paid back to the locals. Of course. Glad to help out. You let me know if you have any more questions.
I've been watching that vertebrate like a hawk. Okay, maybe I got distracted for a minute. Just a minute. Can I do anything for you? Shoot. I mean, shoot as in ask me something. Don't fire at me. Sure thing. Good luck out there, knight errant.
As I've said, Mrs. Russo, the facilities are available to responders and refugees.
I am responding to a need to save an addict from the terrifying consequences of indulgence. I suppose your charity doesn't extend to dirty junkies. Is that it?
As it stands, I have no way to verify your story. Had you a prior relationship with us, or the victim was present for our medical staff to...
Prior relationship? So this is a refuge ruled by nepotism, is it?
I deeply apologize for the commotion, darling. We do strive to make every visit to the White Spring a pleasant one.
Finally, you've arrived. I was resigned to having to convince this lunatic that my daughter is dying all by myself.
Do you know this woman? Ah, wonderful.
I believe an apology is in order.
Apologies are ordered to those who deserve them. Nonetheless, it behooves the refuge to help those in need. Perhaps you could provide more coherent details regarding this woman's conundrum. We've heard the name. The stories place it as something rather more dangerous than your average chem.
The High is legendary, reserved for the upper crust of idiots who live in America's playground and still manage to get
It
bored.
is your daughter we're talking about helping, right?
Oh, give Abigail a break. The move has been stressful for her. Oh, don't tell people about that. You'll scare away the customers.
A nightclub? Here? In the rural mountains of West Virginia?
From what I've seen, you hippies could really use the excitement.
Oh dear. I don't even know where to begin with correcting you. In that case, you will be happy to hear that the leaders of Atlantic City are sponsoring travel for visitors. You might speak to Mr. Jeremiah Hopkins about it, if you haven't already. He has a booth out in the common area, beside the stage. So long as you're willing to provide assistance to the locals during your travels, you may fly to Atlantic City whenever you'd like.
Incredible. Was that so difficult?
You're graciously welcome for the flight, Mrs. Russo. Now I'm afraid I have other duties to attend to. Lennox shall be happy to board you once your preparations are complete. Excuse me.
It baffles me how you're able to deal with that person. I mean, where are they from? The 17th century? Oh, you were you? And what was I supposed to do? Just leave my daughter's fate in the hands of some stranger hundreds of miles away? For all I know, you might throw back the blood at your first opportunity. Then you'll find yourself splayed out naked on the boardwalk 2 days later, choking on your own vomit. I suppose the showman would dispose of you before letting you bare your cheeks on their turf. And then where would that leave me? And Abigail? Of course I didn't have to. We're all free people, aren't we? I take it upon myself to answer a pain in the ass with a full-body Charlie horse. At a minimum. Honestly, do you not stick up for yourself? Oh, please. I'm a performer. I learned from real-life stage experience. Not from sitting at home reading Shakespeare over and over like that Orlando character must have. It's embarrassing to listen to. Wonderful. I'll be having a drink at the bar until our departure. I'll need it to get me through that dreadful flight.
Excuse me! sorry to interrupt you. I just heard you were going to Atlantic City and It's not safe there. There's a monster. I saw it. People keep going missing. That's why I left.
You're not mouthing off about some Jersey devil, are you? What a load of hogwash. My parents told me that story when I was a child to scare me into submission. Well, it didn't work, and no Jersey devil has snatched me from my bed.
It's real, I swear! They're siphoning its blood and turning it into a drug. That's why it's so angry now.
Marketing tactics. What would you name a chem that's supposed to be the ultimate temptation? Would you call it innocent angel milk? Siphoning blood. No sensible business person would put in all that effort, even if the Jersey Devil was real.
Loud tourists, low-tier entertainers, showgoers on their way home from the pier. The devil swoops down from the sky and swallows them whole.
The perfect cover story to disappear anyone inconvenient. That devil almost got me too! Oh, good thing I fled to the mountains!
Long ago, a woman known as Mother Leeds cursed her 13th child. When she gave birth to the child one stormy night in the Pine Barrens, it transformed into a winged devil and flew off into the night. It's been tormenting Jersey residents ever since. You did?
Oh, brother. Don't encourage these delusions.
We're lucky to be alive. It had so much evil intent. I still feel its effects. Don't you?
Would it hurt to respond to the need to dust the place?
At least I warned you. Better for my conscience. Keep your eyes on the skies. Be careful. You never know what's out there.
Always a pleasure when you come to visit. How can the White Spring help you today?
I feel so haunted. When will it go away?
There is very little I'm permitted to speak about, but ask away, dear. What have I done to so earn your distrust, dear heart? I hoped you might consider me a friend by now. Yes, management is real. If it will restore some faith in me, perhaps I could divulge just the slightest detail without betraying anything. I work directly for Mr. Otis, the chairman, the very tip-top of the organization, a generous if demanding boss. Now please, darling, don't pry further. I only tell you this much because I value our relationship. My dear, nothing would bring me more joy than to answer your questions. Your suspicions wound me. However, my employer values their privacy as highly as they value the fine work the responders are doing here. Suffice it to say, they are the owners of the White Spring, as I believe I've mentioned.
I feel so.
I don't understand what you mean, my dear. What is a modus? I've never heard of such a thing. No, darling. Just Mr. Otis and the White Spring management. As much as I enjoy our chats and relish your company, you simply must let this go, darling. I owe my life to Mr. Otis, and will not betray his trust or his judgment. I must be adamant. Please, love, do not ask me this again. It would hurt me to think you do not respect my wishes. Darling, I wish you would not press on this issue. I value our burgeoning friendship, but you place me in an awkward position. Oh, that disappointed look on your face. You do know how to weaken my resolve. What can I say? It would be terrible if I were to betray one trust to secure yours. You wouldn't want that for your Orlando, would you? I can tell you this. They are believers in the American dream, one they wish to see restored. The refuge is a small step on that path. I won't speak to their minds, my dear, but I will tell you what I believe, and I hope that will be sufficient answer. America was meant to be a land of opportunity, a place where anyone could find a freedom to build a life worth living. The refuge is a first step to rebuilding a society bigger than any one settlement. To say, we are in this together. Forgive me, darling. I do get a bit emotional on the subject. I am at your disposal. Believe me, I shall be counting the minutes, dear. Come back safely.
I'd rather to give a trinket to cheer her up. Poor girl always looks exhausted.
Feeling fruity? Try Nuka Sherry? Great.
Salutations, my friend. Have you come to buy today? Do come back. Here's an easy riddle for you. I am all around you, but you cannot see me. You know me, but have never met me. What am I? It's been sunny all week. I love it. You look like you could lose some weight. From your pockets. Ever been to Clarksburg? Why would you ever need to go when you've got everything you need at Giuseppe's Curios? You're very jumpy, aren't you? Perhaps it's nerves. Have you ever read a book so much its page has faded? I think I'll go crazy when I lose the answers to my riddle book. The world runs on caps. You do well to remember that.
There's no problem too big to solve.
Try not to track all of that dirt into my shop. Hey, I already near broke my back trying to wash up the fallout. Oh, you think I'm a good salesman? You should have met my mother. That woman could get you to sell the shirt off your back. An abundance of trinkets for sale, available for your perusal. Well, maybe not an abundance. These robots sure make my job easier. You don't look so good, friend. May I interest you in my all-encompassing miracle?
Oh, back again. I had you pegged for the generous sort. Nice to be right.
Oh, I can't wait until dinner. Oh, they've really got me set up here.
Yes, I'll be there in just a minute. Let me just get at least 2 tequilas in the tank.
People trying to help others. Feels like I've
Due
died
to
and gone
the
to heaven.
risk of exploding glassware, mixed drinks are no longer available.
10,000 feet solar.
I need a vacation.
We aim to provide a safe, clean environment.
Maybe I should visit that retreat place sometime. Though I'm liable to break my back climbing around. Pit hasn't killed you yet. You want to roll the dice again? Why, naturally, I would be happy to share my wisdom with you. Oh, well, okay then.
Need anything? Do have a seat. Someone will be right with you.
This wanton robot tried to give me a haircut before running off. It's a shame. Can't get at the back by myself. Orlando is very charming. But to be honest with you, I'm not really sure.
Hey there. Sorry about the mess.
I heard there's a chess set around here, if you ever want to play.
I heard a bunch of nerds arguing over comic book heroes yesterday. Aren't there more important things to worry about?
Good evening. Our late night fare is still available.
have the cards. That's the way.
Oh, hey, it's you. Did you find Mr. Makeover? Mr. Makeover took off around the corner. I am too scared to look and see how badly he...
Need a hand? I'm getting a little bored sitting around here all day.
How are the folks at Foundation doing? If I wasn't so busy, I'd go visit sometime. The work I do is extremely rewarding, but boy, is it tiring.
Me for that hairbrush? No, 50 caps is reasonable, right?
Don't bother talking to that person.
I ain't gonna happen inside this refuge.
I love Esme's cooking. Oh, it's been so long since I've had food with actual flavor. haven filled with people trying to help others.
Do you ever look up
Feels
at
like
the
I've
stars?
died and gone to heaven.
Wonder if
Or hell, if you look out the window.
Why even bother helping people who can't help themselves?
Folks don't join the responders for caps. They join to make a difference.
But that brotherhood gig of his...
Well, hello. Do you like Nuka-Cola? Don't be silly. Of course you do.
The potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh and only a few reds. If you ever find yourself in a bind, you can always call on us.
Why, I feel so renewed. Perhaps I finally understand why humans obsess over their appearance. Hello there!
Good job done well.
Oh, hey, it's you. Did you find Mr. Makeover?
I bet power armor training's tough. Not that scribe training isn't hard too.
That blemish on your face is nothing a little concealer can't fix.
Oh, phew. What a silly little bot. I was so worried he was out there trying to make over a vertebrate or something. Thank you so much. It's not much, but you can have this as a small token of my gratitude.
Hello there! That blemish on your face is nothing a little
I
concealer
was out
can't
scavenging for
fix.
food earlier. Only got attacked by Scorch once.
If only Ellison would put as much work into the refuge as he does into the Brotherhood, we'd have utterly destroyed the fanatics by now.
All these supplies. We could really do some good training. That's right.
Check in with the medics if you're feeling under the weather.
Check in with the medics if you're feeling under the weather.
The ice spring remains secure.
I do hope you're enjoying yourself, friends. Helvetia has many amazing attractions for tourists such as yourselves. By her aid, by us,
It may be messy, but there is nothing like a Maschnut sausage. Sausages, and then march in the Maschnut parade. In that order, I must finish one task before starting the other. I need small animal intestines to complete the sausages. Small animals have the right type of intestines for the sausage making. Bad luck for them. Confirmed. Destroyed. High-spark signature. Well done. Parade march. Start location verified. Mask application commencing.
socks are bad. A wet sock with a hole in it, though? Oh, just end me now.
This you will not be accepting. Where to sit on Santa's lap. We apologize for the inconvenience. For their safety. Attempt to acquire a Christmas tree has failed. Reason: all trees contain highly dangerous levels of radiation. Mankind is a naughty plague on this gentle planet. Oh, oh, oh. Naughty nice. Parameters. Loading. Complete. Ready to make list. Ready to check twice.